Just like that, yours truly, DJ Obsession, back at it. Shout out to everybody still got it locked. Appreciate you. Just a couple of more things and then we're going to get out of here. A question that I want to ask is, who's raising the kids? And I want to start with a memory. Back in the late 80s, early 90s, there was a group called De La Soul. And they had a song called Buddy. And on the remix with Native Tongues, there was a line that stuck with me.
De La Soul, on a roll, black medallion, no gold.
Now, if you were around during that era, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Suddenly, black medallions were everywhere. Kids were wearing them, teenagers were wearing them, young adults were wearing them. Not because our parents told us to, not because our teachers told us to. We wore them because artists we respected wore them and what they represented. Those medallions represented African heritage, cultural pride, and knowledge of self. And that's why I've always found it funny and strange when people say music and popular culture don't influence children. Of course they do. The question isn't whether culture influences kids. The question is what culture is influencing them to become. And music isn't the only example. Let's talk about television. Growing up, a lot of us watched A Different World. And for many black students, that show was the first time we saw college life presented in a positive way. We saw black professors, black students, black excellence, black ambition. We even saw black love. I still remember Dwayne interrupting Whitley's wedding.
Whitley, I love you, and if you'll have me, I want you to be my wife.
What the hell are you doing?
Hey, I'm sorry, Byron, I love her.
Die! Just die!
Let him go, man. Will you have me, Dwayne, as your lawfully wedded husband from this day forth to having a whole and richer for poorer? Baby, please, please.
I do!
People still talk about that scene today. It wasn't just entertainment. It showed us successful, educated black men and women navigating life, relationships, careers, and higher education. For a lot of young people, especially those who had never stepped foot on a college campus, A Different World made college feel real. It made higher education feel attainable. I've heard countless stories from people who said the show played a role in their decision to attend college, especially in HBCU.
College enrollment for black youth went up almost 30% as a result of The Different World. While that show was on, college enrollment for black youth went up nearly 30%. So they knew that there was a positive impact that both The Cosby Show and The Different World was having on black America.
Now, think about that for a second. A television show influenced life decisions. A television show encouraged people to pursue higher education, and somehow we're supposed to believe entertainment doesn't influence children? That argument doesn't make sense because we've seen the influence firsthand. We saw it with De La Soul. We saw it with A Different World. We saw it with Run DMC and Adidas. We saw it with Michael Jordan. We saw it with fashion. We saw it with hairstyles. Everyone was running around with the asymmetrical or the Halle Berry, if that's what you want to call it.
That started a movement, that hairstyle. That style was everywhere to the point that you'd be like, I want the Halle Berry.
We've seen so many different examples of it. We've always been influenced by culture. Now let's fast forward. Today, one of the popular songs making its way through social media includes the line, "Where all my scamming ass niggas at?" And whenever someone raises concerns, there's always someone in those comments. There's always somebody ready to say, it's just music, it's just entertainment, or parents should raise their children. And you know, I agree that parents should raise their children, but let's not pretend culture doesn't have a seat at that table, because it always has. Children don't exist in a vacuum. They're influenced by what they hear, what they watch, what they celebrate, what gets rewarded, what gets normalized. And here's what really caught my attention. Recently, I saw a video of a group of young children singing along to this song. I started reading the comments. I expected people to be concerned. I expected at least some discussion about the message. Instead, most of the comments were celebrating it, laughing about it, sharing it, treating it like it was completely normal. And that's when I realized we are having the wrong conversation. The issue isn't the issue isn't just what children are consuming. The issue is what adults have become comfortable accepting. Because every generation passes down more than values. We also pass down standards. And when enough people stop questioning something, eventually it stops feeling unusual at all. And today's kids are consuming more content than any generation in history. And you know that. These babies are walking around with iPads and they still sucking the bottle. It's not just music. Social media, influencers, podcasts, YouTube, TikTok, live streams, algorithms, you name it. The average child now spends hours every day being exposed to people they have never met. So when people ask me who's raising the kids, I think the answer is more complicated than it used to be. Parents are raising them. Schools are raising them. Friends are raising them. But social media is raising them too. Music is raising them too. Influencers are raising them too. Algorithms are raising them too. And that's where I think we need to be honest with ourselves. Because this isn't about blaming one song. This isn't about blaming one artist. And it's definitely not about pretending my generation, Gen X, had everything figured out. We didn't. And some of us did a lot of wild things as well. Every generation has its problems, but every generation is also shaped by the culture. The question is whether we're paying attention to what that culture is teaching. If De La Soul could inspire cultural pride, if A Different World could inspire young people to attend college, if a television show can inspire black love, black ambition, black achievement, then surely we can acknowledge that today's culture is influencing children too. The real debate isn't whether culture matters. The real debate is what lessons are our children learning from it? And if we're not the ones teaching those lessons, then who's raising the kids?